Connor and I broke up sometime around January. Okay, he broke up with me. I'm fine. I am. I don't even want to bring him up, but I have to bring him up because although he wasn't here for the ghostly part of this, he was the first one who pointed out my window. And there sits this kind of short but squat sycamore tree with branches about 10 feet off the ground, which makes it the perfect place to hang somebody from. The relationship had just reached that point where it's really nobody's fault. It's just over. In high-stress situations mixed with isolation, the ability to see ghosts can increase. Psychology Today of July 6, 2019 furthers. Those experiencing isolation often express a sensed presence, usually to help cope with the perceived hazardous environment. Nevertheless, isolation has become our new normal. Following the March 2020 lockdowns, the CDC recognized another side effect of the pandemic: loneliness. Yet loneliness is used in the horror genre to describe our biggest fears: ourselves. Written this April, author James Wilkinson uses the horror genre to argue the mind is a feeble thing, and it may only take being alone for it to unravel. Hanging Tree by James Wilkinson. I should probably preface I live in one of those old New England type houses where public hangings were a natural occurrence anytime a woman made a funny look. It's so important you believe me when I say that Connor has nothing to do with this. It's not like we broke up some day and I started seeing this ghost. It was just a day in March. I look out my window and I see that tree. It's hanging day. Pops into my head. Just ping. It's hanging day. I roll over. There in my ceiling is a hanging corpse by the rafters. And I'm shaking so badly that I misdial 911, and he's like this picture, a chandelier, like a straight line down, and then when I close my eyes real tight and look back up, he's vanished? So you start to rationalize it, right? Your first ghost sighting. You tell yourself that you imagined it, that you were crazy, that you were dreaming it, but it must have not been real. I heard it. I heard it. Because on day 2, the same thing happens. I go to bed, wake up, see the tree. It's hanging day. Pops into my head. And when I roll over, there he is. Like a photograph. While I slept 5 feet away. I don't call 911 this time. I just close my eyes real tight and I say, go away, go away. It does. And this experience that felt so intense and so real just begins to dissipate. Like smoke waved out from a match. You know, couldn't there just be anyone? Anyone. Not Connor, no. Fuck him, but someone to just look me in the eyes and say that you are not crazy. You are not crazy. I see it too. I see it too. You know, I brought a guy home from the bar once. Not because I liked him, no, he was overweight and reeked of cigarettes. But because I needed someone there. You know, of course, our hanging man didn't make an appearance that night. Or at least I got a nice case of crabs out of it. So, you start to live with it. The ache, the hole it leaves. I haven't seen my hanging man in about 4 days now. We're in a lull. Well, except on Monday, the same thing happens. I wake up, see the tree. It's hanging day. Pops into my head. And I roll over, look into the rafters, and he's not there. Except that he's in my bed. And for the first time, I get to see him. Like, really see him. And he's got these eyes that are kind of kind. And this face that's actually kind of attractive. And then he puts his hand on my face. And it's cold. But then I put mine over his. And he kisses me. Like, really kisses me. The whole thing's kind of wonderful. But then I wake up in this house the same way I always do. Alone. And I haven't seen my hanging man since.